Ever since I was very, very young, I've always had almost a sixth sense of being able to get a sense of what people are thinking, how they're feeling. And so, Chris, let's try something here. Proof of ever since I was tiny, I've been able to do this. I want you to think of one of the classic colors of Play-Doh. You know, it comes in a whole bunch of different colors. I want you to think of one. Don't say it out loud. Think of one. Now, change your mind. Think of another one. Okay? Think of another one, okay? And then I want you to one last time change your mind again, Chris, thinking of a final one. And now for the first time, I want you to go ahead, name the color you had in mind.
Red.
Now, if you're thinking it's because the color of the lid was some sort of, like you're going to do a trick and hopefully that throws them off, they literally have a free choice. If Chris had freely chosen blue, it would look like this. And if he had said purple, it would have looked like that. And the same for green. And the same for yellow. This is a great example of something I would do in a set show. It doesn't have to be in front of 100 people. It could be in front of 15 people or 12 people at a private party. But it's one of these things that you can work out of your pockets, but it's going to be a bit awkward. Now, once you see the method to this, like so many of the tricks I share here, you're going to go, duh! It's going to have this real obvious feel to it. But, you know, the real art of magic is taking simple things and reapplying them. And for me, I looked for years to try to figure out what's the right container and context and presentation for this. Because the principle itself is quite simple. The principle itself is quite simple. I need a small container. But I need a small container that I, or in this case you guys can, with a pair of scissors, maybe carefully with a packing knife or an X-Acto knife, whatever, depending. They sell these small and sometimes even in cardboard tubes, much easier, because what you're going to need to do is cut out the bottom. Now this looks like I cut out the bottom using my teeth and toes. I know that. I think he might be 1/3 Wolverine, But yeah, it's a messy job. It is a messy job. But I removed the bottom of this, so there's just a big gaping hole there with a lid. And you know, I'm not trying to control them with the red. And when you perform this for people, you can even say, look, you know, think of one of the colors. No, I'm not trying. You can change your mind. They can literally choose any color. And every time, it's the only color that's spilled out. So focus on that when you're looking at this trick. They name any color. And that one color comes out, and you can immediately go and maybe into a trick with the Play-Doh itself. All right, now, what's the method? Let's come on down and take a look. I also carry with me to the shows that I want to do this in a small, sort of small, and you can get these in any dollar store. They're small and kind of short, sort of not very tall. It's a short version of a piece of Tupperware, okay? And I put the lid back on here. And I have all the colors, and I've sometimes done it with I've added even 2 more colors, so they even have more choices. But you'll find among these, the one other color people will sometimes name as white or black. But then, of course, you can always use the line about white. You know, you can say, I want you to think of a color, but not white or black, because they're not really colors. Okay, one is all colors, the other is lack of colors. So you've got these, and you know, this is sitting on my chair. I have a chair to the side of my table, and it's sitting just like this to the side of the chair. So much about magic is about natural actions. If you do something natural, people don't even notice. So here, I've said to think of one, and when I take the lid off here, there's nothing more natural in the world than for me to want to get rid of it down on the chair. And just like that, I've got the one color I need. So, this is here. So fair. You ask them to change their mind, go back and forth, and they find a side on one. All you do, let's say he says blue, and I say, blue, you're sure? He says yes. I say, well, great, because I want you to hold your hand. You'll see blue is the only color I have inside. And just like that, I took the lid off, put down, grabbed one of them in what's basically a loose finger palm. I come up here, and just one continuing actions, here and here.